This is the third in the series of brief presentations on the founding principles which underlie Unity teachings and which shape our spiritual perspective. Our focus this time is called the Law of Mind Action, also called the formative power of thought. In the words of Jesus from the Gospel of Mark, chapter 11, verse 24, quote, "Whatever you ask in prayer, believe you have received it, and it will be yours," end quote. The Unity jingle goes like this: thoughts held in mind produce after their kind. What is held in mind with feeling will manifest in your life. This is one of the hardest principles for people to accept, and is the one most likely to be used for spiritual abuse. But if you can master it, you will never again in your life, in any circumstance whatever, be a victim. This is the principle used in the creation of the universe when God said, quote, "Let there be. Let there be light. Let the firmament be separated from the waters. Let there be life," end quote. We can consciously use the power of thought held with feeling in our daily lives with activities like treasure mapping, mastermind groups, and by learning to discipline our imagination. I emphasize consciously because we are using this power unconsciously all the time. Unconscious creation can get dangerous if our lizard brain happens to be in charge at the moment. To use this power consciously, choose what you hold in mind with feeling. Do some deep inner work to purge what has been holding you back. Then replace it with creative, joyful thoughts. Once you discover you're a divine being with creative power, you have to activate it. Unity teaches the only limitation to the full force of your soul reaching its potential in this world is the ingrained thought patterns, feelings, and beliefs held in your own consciousness. Let me give you an example of how what you carry in you can limit you. Take a moment and identify a feeling you wish to release. A resentment, a fear, a sadness, whatever. Choose what you wish to release. Hold a small stone or pebble in your non-dominant hand and consciously send the energy of that feeling into the stone. And continue the practice for at least 24 hours. In bed at night, doing the dishes, getting dressed, everything. Notice how much energy it takes to hold on to the stone. One little pebble. Notice how much it interrupts your ability to live your daily life in the simplest ways. Create a connection in your mind relating the inconvenience of holding on to the stone to the inconvenience of holding on to the negative feeling. And when you're ready, place every last remnant of the feeling in the stone and release them in a natural environment such as a stream or a forest to be dissolved and returned to divine potential for recycling. Replace the old negative feeling with gratitude for the learning or some other positive thought or feeling. You do not have a small soul or a crippled spirit. If your life isn't large enough, it's because your thoughts are small, restricted, weighed down, incorrect. We play small as long as we think small, and I promise you, we are thinking small as long as we believe as the world believes. We are by our very nature creative beings, and that's why it's so important for each one of us to do our inner healing work. Remember the promise from the Gospel of Mark. Whatever you ask in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. He wasn't kidding, you know.